window we call Pacific window. Blue oceans meet.
Isn't this from The Mask?
Mm.
All right, guys, welcome back to Chisley Bear Studios. We have another surprise for you. We have a new project car.
Can anybody tell what this is from the front?
Put it in the comments below if you know what it is from the front. We also have a special guest with us today. He's very close to my heart, and our nephews can play and watch them grow up together. His name's Casey.
Hey, what up?
He's gonna be helping, doing some work behind camera scenes. Maybe you guys might see him wrenching on the cars, or I might have him break some nerves in some videos and talk to you guys and do a little bit of like a description of the vehicle and what he's working on. But you guys will see him in the future more often. You'll see him more often in the future. We're going to talk about this 2018 BMW 3 Series. It's a 330e. My brother's laughing behind the camera right now, but people on the, excuse my language, on the hybrid plug-in. But I mean, this car is pretty clean. It's got a lot of tech in it, and it still scoots for a hybrid 3 Series. Like I said, it's a 33e hybrid, so it's still like the 3 Series body style. It's just got a smaller motor. The motor that's in this is a 2.4 turbo. It's pushing like 240 horsepower stock, and then it has a 100 horsepower electric motor in it, so we're pushing around 340. People get them tuned for like $1,000. They'll push 400, 440 easy on these cars. Damn! So it'll be a little fun daily, maybe for the wife or me, if we decide to keep it. You know, the cars just get filtered through the process. We have the Beamer here, the Mazda here, the Prius. These are all on our YouTube channel. You guys can go back in the videos and watch the Prius rebuild or the Mazda. Our family really only needs 2 cars, so we plan on selling something. We just don't know yet. Stay tuned. If you want a Prius, hit me up. Comment down below if you want a Prius. Same with the Mazda. These aren't top dollar cars because they're totaled. You guys will get a deal on them. We're gonna show you the damage on this car. Let's get into it. So we're starting on the rear end of this vehicle. This is where the main damage is on the vehicle. As you guys can see, the car got smacked right here on the driver's side rear, and that's why there's damage in the front. They must have hit someone in front of them. But I'm excited about it because it looks bad, but it's not that bad. The body lines on the trunk lid still line up on both sides. We're just missing a tail light, and this tail light got a little smacked up. There's a tiny little dent in the trunk lid, and really it's the main damage is in the crash bar here. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is what it should look like. We got a perfectly straight crash bar, and then this tub right here is nice and flat and straight. Everything is, you know, looks good. This side's gonna be a little bit difficult to pull out. We're gonna have to put a hydraulic inside and maybe push it out this way, or even, I don't have a frame machine to pull that out, but I think we're gonna have to push it from the inside. This crash bumper on this side's toast. And then all these electronics, some of them need rewired, and this exhaust is cooked, bro. It's sitting against the tire, the back tire. A cool thing about this car was when we bought it in auction, scrolling through the pictures, there was no parts of the car. So I was like stressing about finding diagrams on the front end and the rear end and trying to find all the sensors and the connectors. Well, to our surprise, when it got delivered, This car is filled to the brim with parts. The trunk is full of parts, which is a blessing. The interior, the whole back seat is full of parts. So now we can take all the parts and put them out and see what we need, start ordering parts for it. So on the passenger side of the vehicle, the rear quarter is, everything on this side is 100%, nothing wrong with it. We even got the bumper bracket still on this side, which is awesome. Insurance marked this little scuff on the door trim here, but I'm not really worried about it. And then it looks like they had tape here to hold the window up, maybe. But we'll see. We'll dig deep into that stuff. Both doors, skirts are okay. The fender here, passenger fender's fine. Let's move on to the front. I haven't completely checked this headlight out. I know it operates. I mean, let's just operate it real quick. See if it can take you through. Does it work? I might have to turn the car on. Hold on. Looks good? Mm-hmm. Blinker work?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to see them because they're LED. Woo, pretty. I've been thinking about buying some like LED all yellows. That would be cool. So we know that headlight works. I don't know if it has any damage, but we're gonna have to get another headlight. I know the other headlight's toast. The front end here is pretty simple. There's your 2.4 turbos right here. The damages are like mostly the front end. We need hood latch brackets. I don't know what goes here. We need a crash bar, a bumper, some sensors, and I don't know what this is. It looks like an AC pump or a small little motor.
Low-key looks like a starter.
It does look like a starter, low-key, but we'll have to figure that out. And this is a horn. Some of the connectors are broken, but this horn still works. Whatever was connected here, and those should not be touching. Thing is pretty mint. The only issue is this overflow container is broken right here. This little plastic pipe, and it has no coolant because of that, of course. But other than that, the hood's straight. Both fenders are straight. We have a headlight. So we're sitting pretty decent with the front. The driver's side, insurance marked this fender here. It has the tiniest little ding right there, but I mean I'm not really worried about that. Worst case, we can cut and buff some of this out, and it'll be fine. The EV door here, it's pretty cool. It locks with the car. You unlock it and plug up to EV charger. The EV system's cool on this because it is hybrid, so you can just run gas and it'll charge itself. But if you're like, I want to buy a charger and just run EV, you can. And it gets like 120 miles to the gallon. I don't know the range on the EV yet, but we'll eventually test it out and tell you guys. And then the rest of the driver's side is pretty clean. It's missing this trim piece here for the doors and on the roof, the gutter. And then the quarter panel right here. Not too worried about it. It's a little dent. We might be able to PDR it from the inside of the trunk, from the trunk. But other than that, it's got brand new tires. Brakes have great life still. The windshield is cracked up here. Tiny little crack. It's a little rock chip. It's starting to spread, but nothing major. The key is sick on this car. And I'll let Casey mess around with the interior and see what he sees, and he's sitting in it.
Oh man. I'll tell you what, this thing is comfortable. You know, this is my first BMW, so not super stoked that it's an EV. Just kidding.
Yeah, he's hating on the EV.
This thing's pretty cool. It's pretty swanky. You know, lots of room. My favorite spot is the sport mode.
Yeah, it's got paddle shifters. It's got, you know, the weird Beamer shifter. The seats give you more leg room. You can adjust the front of it.
Adjustable legs. Sunroof.
The sunroof's fat. It's got adjustable headrests. 2 info systems. That's the main one, and then there's one behind the odometers. You can start it. Start it for him. Runs and drives. The sport options are pretty cool. You can put on horsepower gauges. You can change the chassis.
Sweet. I like that.
And then it has it's got 93K on it, and it has the EV charger right there. Tells you when you're charging into brakes or if you're in sport mode. And then the E-drive button we'll have to figure out once the car's fixed and running, because it's not charged. It's got fold out mirrors. The kids love that. Alright guys, that was the 3 Series. We're gonna clean out the interior, get all the junk parts out, make it look a little better, and then if Casey's up to it, we might try to rip this exhaust off real quick. That's if he's up to it. I'm always up to it. Yeah, we're gonna set up a time lapse, clean this out. We'll see you at the outro.
Air's gonna blow it back this way.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
I'll talk to Will start the video. What's up, everybody?
I need to cut one more connector real quick.
It's filming, dude.
I know.
We're getting some B-roll. Where they do the whole. Why'd you have to cut that zip tie?
It was bothering me.
Why don't you reuse it, dude?
I got more.
Reusable resources, and you're just wasting. Oh, I got it on film too.
In 4K.
In 4K. Caught in 4K, bud.
Alright guys, it's the next day here. It was a very cold night. We worked on this thing through the night. The coolant system didn't have a, I know I look depressed, the coolant system didn't have a butterfly valve, so we had to take off the under tray and take off some tubes that were in some crappy locations just to drain it. We filled it up. The overflow not only has a break on one side of the expansion tank, but it has a break on the other, so we need a new one. But we got the Beamer up to temp, which was the whole purpose of that, to check the oil level on the motor, and it's
Mint.
We cut off the muffler right here so it wouldn't touch the wheel, so we could go rip it around and test drive it. We also took off the crash bumper on the rear so we could see more of the damage on the frame here. If Casey wants to show you guys, it's pretty hammered.
Yeah, we got some intense damage right around here. The worst part is this little crunch in here. That's gonna be the biggest pain in the butt to pull out. Not only that, but it created a hole. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to punch it out as well as patch the hole in it.
Show them the inside.
There's that little bugger.
Right there. Right on the seam.
Shouldn't be too bad though. We'll figure it out.
So that's that. We explained all that. We got all the junk out of the car, and there's a lot of parts that we can reuse, which is awesome. All of the rear end parts are here.
Let's just take a look at this huge battery for a second, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this thing is massive.
That ain't no hybrid or Prius hybrid battery for sure. That thing's almost 1/3 bigger.
It's a big boy. That's a big battery.
It's got to be heavy, but I've heard in these BMW hybrid batteries, if they go out, which they tend not to, you can replace just a cell. Versus, like on a Prius, you have to take out the whole battery and take it all apart to replace the cell. This, you just pop off the top, pull out the bad cell, find the bad cell, pull it out, and put a new one in. So that's pretty cool.
Simple enough.
All right, we're gonna go rip this thing. It's been shifting weird since we got it, but we're about to find out.
I may have taken this car for granted. It's got some balls, dude.
Yeah.
It pulls a little harder than I expected for a hybrid.
Oh, this thing's sweet already. Sorry about the beeping if you guys can hear it. It's freaking out because the hood won't close. Oh!
Yeah. I didn't want to hear that the whole time, man.
What are we gonna name this thing?
Bessie.
Bessie.
That and Ario Shred Wagon.
What?
I wish it was a hat.
We name it what?
Ario Shred Wagon.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
First pole. Not bad. It's torquey.
It's torquey. It's not crazy fast. It'll get you somewhere in a hurry. Your arm signal, bro.
Oh yeah, because only the right works.
Yeah. You didn't hear it blinking fast? Say hi, YouTube.
Got another project car?
Those fans.
That's it?
Yeah. Okay, you don't gotta go crazy with this broken right now.
I was expecting more out of you. I gotta get something that blows your pants off, I guess.
Yeah.
The racing in your blood is eh. You wanna drive it?
When it's fixed.
Okay. What are you doing? So we got a lot of the framework pulled out. We did not film most of it because there was just a lot going on. I had to order a frame jack and it wasn't fitting into the spot. We had to put a piece of wood in there to make it work structurally. Show you what we did to this corner piece of the frame, got it all pushed and straightened out as best as we could. It's not gonna be perfect because I don't have all the tools to make it perfect. This piece of the frame is gonna be covered up by the bumper anyway, so no one's gonna see it. Today, we're going to sand the rest of the metal down so we can apply some Bondo and make the surface smooth, because I tapped it with some dollies, some body dollies, and it's not perfect, but the Bondo will make it pretty flat. And we're also gonna weld up the crack in the frame. There's a little hole in it from like the metal pinching together and cracking. We're gonna weld that up. We're gonna sand the surface down so we can put Bondo on it. We're gonna put Bondo on it, and then we're gonna paint sand the Bondo down, excuse me, and get it nice and flat, ready for paint. All right, so on the inside right here, we need to sand all of this surface. This is the spot we have to weld. If you guys can see, there's a massive hole right here. I'm gonna add some metal there. I don't know what to do for this material because I don't know what that is. I might just leave it like that. No one's gonna see it really. It's probably deadening, sound deadening. I have the plug for this, but our main objective is to sand this, get it flat, sand this, put Bondo in it, and get it flat. As flat as we can get it. Same thing with the outside right here. We got it mostly flat. We need to sand it down now and add Bondo to make it look OEM. All this was done with hand dollies and body hammers. So body hammers. So that's as flat as I could get it there. There's a little spot right here that I couldn't get out. I tried my best. We did order the crash bumper and made sure it fit. It fits great. And then there's a spot right here that I can't get either because there's a second structural piece behind this structural piece that I can apply heat to and push it out. I did touch up this spot here. And I also did the bottom side of it and tried to get it to where it was as close as I could. We're also gonna have to add seam sealer here because I had to take some off to straighten this all out. But that's after we put Bondo down.
I'm so scared right now.
All right, I did order some GTS taillights because the OEM taillights were about $300 for one and $300 for the other. The GTS headlights look way better. They're aftermarket, yeah, but they look better than the OEM, and they were half the price for all four. All four were $300 for the GTS, and then just the two OEM were $600. So you guys will see some nice aftermarket taillights on this thing. I'd love to keep it OEM, but we want to make it look better than OEM.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Save some money, and it looks way better.
Welds. First time.
All right, guys, we busted out some work tonight on the F30. We got a plate welded underneath to fix the crack that's broken, and we also put some Bondo on to smooth things out from the body hammers. And once that dries, tomorrow we'll probably end up sanding it down, getting it nice and flat. And we were having issues in this corner because the metal was so thin. Every time we welded it, it would create a hole and burn through the frame. So we're not too worried about it. Seam sealer will take care of it. Our Bondo got hard too. We were gonna clean up Bondo the inside and make it look pretty decent, but our Bondo got dry, so yeah. We might hammer that crack in the frame down there flat and then Bondo it, but for right now it's sealed up. No one's gonna see it anyways. We just want to do things right. That is a wrap for this video. In the next video, you guys will see us putting on the tail lights, the bumper bracket, all that fun stuff in the rear. And then the rear will be complete, and then on to the front. The front is a big headache. There's a lot of parts, and I don't know where they go. So we'll have to figure that out. Thanks for watching. We will catch you in the next video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Let us know down below in the comments what you want to see us do, cars you want us to work on. We might be scouring Copart to work on something special. As soon as a car sells, we might have some crazy projects, some turbos going on, crazy stuff. We're this close, so we really appreciate your support. Leave a comment down below what you want to see us do in the future, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Drive to thrive. Peace out.